Good day everyone, I'm Elorde and this is my report. Foreign exchange risk management. When a company accepts foreign currency in payment for its goods or services, it accepts some level of foreign exchange currency. Although business could not control fluctuation of the exchange rates, but they can manage the risk by using proper hedging. Foreign exchange code terminology. Base currency is the unit of currency that does not fluctuate in amount. Or ito yung tinatawag na first currency in a currency pair. For example is US dollar to euro. Yung US dollar is yun yung base currency. And the quoted currency or price currency is nagfa-fluctuate. And siya yung second currency in currency pair. For example is yung dun sa US dollar to euro. Ang first currency dun is yung US dollar and the second currency is yung euro. So siya yung tatawagin natin quoted currency. And direct quote, it is expresses the quantity of foreign currency required to buy or unit of the domestic currency. Ang direct quote naman is foreign currency is the base currency or the price of 1 unit of a foreign currency in terms of a variable number of units of domestic currency. Cross rate is any currency exchange in which neither of the currencies is the US dollar. Bid price is ito yung price at which the buyer is willing to pay at ang yung ask price is price at which the seller is willing to sell. Ang spot rate naman is yung current exchange rates at which specific currencies can be bought or sold on currency exchange markets. The nature of foreign exchange risk. Foreign exchange risk arises when a company engages in financial transactions denominated in a currency other than the currency where that company is based. Ito yung mga losses that international financial transactions dahil sa currency fluctuations. Kasi once na nag-fluctuate ng currency, maaring maapektuhan din yung investors sa international market. So, treasurer needs to know if there is any currency risk that requires such as solutions para maiwasan yung risk and maagapan. Foreign exchange hedging strategies. Accept the risk. Do not hedge the exposure is the simplest strategy of all. A company can accept the foreign exchange risk and records any gains or losses on exchanges in the spot rate as they occur. Yung size ng company's currency exposure may dictate whether to hedge or not. Kung yung currency positions is nag-increase, yung risk din is maaaring mag-increase. Insist on home currency payment. It is possible to insist on being paid in the company's home currency so that the foreign exchange will shift entirely to the customers. Isa ito sa strategy ng isang company para mag-impose sila ng terms sa kanilang mga customers. Currency surcharges. If a customer will not pay na company's home currency, then a related option is to bill the customer a currency surcharge if the company incurs a foreign exchange loss between the time of billing and payment. So, kapag sinabing surcharges, ito yung additional charge kung hindi ka nakabayad on time. Get paid on time. When a company deals with a counterparty in another country, the payment terms may be quite long due to longer delivery schedules, border crossing delays, or simply because of longer customary payment intervals in the other country. If yung payment period is unusually prolonged, then yung company is may expose siya sa changes in the spot rate. Foreign currency loan. It is possible to offset a foreign currency risk exposure by creating a counter liability such as a loan. To do so, a company can borrow an amount of money in the foreign currency that matches the amount of the receivable. So, sa foreign currency loan, is for example is when you borrow money in the foreign currency, for example sa US, you have to repay the loan in this currency as well. So kung humiram ka ng pera sa US, doon mo din yung US currency din ang ibabayad mo. Sourcing changes. If there is a large amount of foreign currency cash flows coming from a specific country, then one way to hedge the risk is start using suppliers located in the same country. So, if the company can find a ready use for the incoming currency by turning it around and sending it right back to the same country. Ang foreign currency accounts. If a company regularly receives and pays put funds in a particular foreign currency, it may make sense to open a foreign exchange account in which it maintains a sufficient currency balance to meet its operational needs. So, ang benefits nito is to allow you to build a foreign currency, which makes dealing with overseas customers much easier and you can avoid conversion costs. Unilateral, bilateral, and multilateral knitting arrangement. Ang unilateral knitting is aggregation of cash flows among a company's subsidiaries to determine if any foreign exchange obligations between the subsidiaries can be offset against each other and only the smaller residual balances are being physically shifted. Ang bilateral spreadsheet knitting is between two parties, yung supplier and the client. The process of aggregating invoices between the parties to one single agreement. If two companies located in different countries transact a great deal of business with each other, then they can track the payables owed to each other and knit out the balances at the end of each month, and one party pays the other the net remaining balance. A multilateral centralized knitting is more than two parties. When there are multiple parties wishing to net transactions, it becomes much too complex to manage it is spreadsheet. Mami-minimize dito yung cost of intercompany transactions. Forward exchange contracts. Under a forward exchange contract, which is the most commonly used foreign exchange hedge, a company agrees to purchase a fixed amount of a foreign currency in a specific date at a predetermined rate. Agreement ito na between two parties to purchase a fixed amount of a foreign currency in a specific date and at a predetermined rate. Currency futures. is the same as forward exchange contract. Future contract to exchange one currency to another at a specified date in the future price. Call options. Kapag sinabing call options, it gives the holder the right to buy a stock, while put options is gives the holder the right to sell a stocks. Currency swaps. Dito involves the exchange of interest and sometimes of principal in one currency for the same in another currency. Ang proxy hedging naman are use of one currency which moves in concert with another to hedge the risk in the other countries para mailipat ang risk sa another currency. Thank you.